Yo guys, it's slyroh. You already know that today I'm bringing you guys my battle for week 6 of the PPL Division 2 Season 5. This week we are taking on 6 from the Token Minorities and his Duke Blue Dwebbles, which is both a terrible and amazing name at the same time. But, obviously this battle is a little bit late. We did take a break week from the PPL. Also, 6 is a replacement coach for the person that I was supposed to battle. So, obviously there was a little bit of delay with our battle because of that, because, you know, he had to prep a team and everything like that. I'm pretty sure he prepped his own team and everything like that. So I've had this team prepped for a couple weeks now, and I don't remember all the specifics of like, what I put into it. So that's why, well, that's one of the reasons I'm not going to be doing, like, a team analysis, video, or part for the video. If you do want to know, like, all the specifics, or if you have a question about, my sets or whatever, you feel free to ask, and I can clear that up. Probably less this week, but most weeks I will be able to. But I'm not going to be doing any more team analyses. Also, just because there's no more like power rankings and stuff haven't really been done. So, yeah, it's extra effort that I don't necessarily like need to put in. But again, if you really want to know, have a question about any of my sets or something like that, you can always ask or whatever. But I will go through my sets. I'm also just going to go through the mons that were not brought on each team, instead of throwing up the pictures and stuff like that, because it's easier, and I think it also just makes sense. So I think that pretty much gets everything out of the way. So let's go ahead and talk about the teams. Right now, I did know I brought a Scarfed Mammal Swine. It's like Earthquake, Stealth Rock, Toxic, Ice, something. I had a Starmie that was Life Orb, it was offensive, with Recover at 3 attacks. I remember not having Ice Beam, because Decidueye is spooky, but, well, not because, but, yeah, in the battle that like happens where I'm just like, if that comes in, I don't have, like, the best thing for it. I think it was, like, Stab, and then, Grass Knot or something for the Slowbro. Raichu is actually brought specially defensive. It's the first time that it's showing up all season, and I didn't even bring like a normal one. I just brought Wish Protect, Volt Switch, Thunderbolt. It's literally just to come in on top of Coco, and then either Wish out, or just switch out or whatever, because it doesn't really have great coverage moves for things that could switch into it. And I figured I had to switch into anything that would switch in on like electric moves or whatever. But I need to switch into Tapu Koko because it kind of runs through my team. Victini was choice banded, typical Victini stuff. V-Create, Bolt Strike and stuff like that. Klefki was also, I think Klefki was physically defensive. I don't remember all the moves. I think it was Dual Screens and Spikes and Foul Play or something like that. And Wheezing is actually a new pickup. I picked it up with some extra points that I still had left over. So that was the second part of the transfer that I dropped some mons last week. So Wheezing is now on the team. That was brought specially defensive, because the best thing I had to switch into Nidoking, and I also brought Psybeam on the Weezing, which is pretty cool, because it's the only thing that it gets that could like kind of hit Nidoking back, and I don't really have other switches in Nidoking. So basically, while prepping for this team, I assumed that I'd pretty much lose already, like on team matchup. I don't really have much for Charizard X. I don't have anything that can switch in on it, and if it starts setting up Dragon Dances, I like actually have nothing I can do. Tapu Koko, especially if it's a Z move. Tapu Koko is one of his Z move users. I don't really have much for that. Raichu is like the best thing, but like besides that, and then Raichu doesn't really have a great way to like kill it. So, you know, that's also a problem. Decidueye is also a problem, and Nidoking is a major problem. It's literally the only reason Weezing showed up. So, yeah, I am not looking good going into this match. So you can see the 6 mons that he brought. Just so it is known, the 6 mons, or the mons that he did not bring. I'm going to try and go through them now because there were some mons that he dropped. So Hariyama was on the team, I believe, and that did not show up. Rhyperior did not show up. There is also, let me see, what is new to the team? Let's see. What did I prep for? Alolan Persian. That's his other Z move user. That did not show up. And I think that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think that's all the mons that did not show up. And then on my side, two of my biggest, hardest hitters that he was actually expecting, Tapu Bulu and Mega Medicham. Neither of them showed up. I wanted to try and like live like hits and stuff, and he got stuffed outspeed Mega Medicham that like wouldn't be good. Scyther did not show up, and Tyrantrum did not show up. So I did seat a lot of my offense, just because I felt like it would make sense. But we're gonna go ahead and show you how the battle went. Sorry for the long-winded intro, but with transfers and all that stuff happened. If I missed anything, go ahead and ask. But I feel like I've been rambling on too much, so let's go ahead and get this battle started. Also, yes, they're all going to be on Showdown for the rest of the season, so that is nice for me as well. Let's go ahead, but I start out with Victini, as he starts off with Decidueye. I figure I could pretty much recreate anything because I'm banded, or like at least get something out. I was going to U-turn, but then Decidueye gets like Shadow Sneak, or it could be Scarfed, and I didn't really want to deal with that. He goes for U-turn. I just sent in Klefki to take that because it doesn't really matter, and then whatever he sends in, I could either put up a screen, spikes, who knows what. Even if I go for Light Screen though, Earth Power is going to do way too much, so I switch into Weezing. And he goes for the Toxic Spikes, which is sad because I did not bring Rapid Spin on Starmie. My Poison type levitates off the ground, therefore it doesn't soak him up, and I don't have Defog anywhere to be found, which is sad. He goes for the Fire Blast. It does more than I would have liked, but I still am hoping that I could deal with this. I go for the Side Beam, does 40%, which is pretty cool, and I think here I go for the Destiny Bond, just to kind of, like, if he stayed into 1v1, but I guess he didn't want to get his Nidoking low, which is fair, and he also used this as a free opportunity to get in the Charizard X, as a Mega Charizard X. I don't know if I said that or not, but it is a Mega Charizard X, which I don't really have anything for. He's going to get up his free Dragon Dance, and I already know that this is a problem. And why did I not switch out? Oh, I went for Toxic. Oh, okay, I had Toxic on his Weezing, because I needed to put it on some sort of a timer, otherwise it was going to actually sweep my team right here. So, I use that as a way to, like, not immediately lose. He goes for Flare Blitz. I didn't really have a great switch into that, and I do that. I die. He does get recoiled and stuff like that. I figure Weezing probably isn't going to be able to switch in on Nidoking again, because I didn't get, like, a Pain Split off on anything nice. So, that's sad. That's alright. I go into Klefki, just A, to get up a Reflect. I have a chance to live. B, for this reason. So I have a chance to live. I do live this hit, and he's going to get a ton of recoil damage back, which is really nice. Honestly, this played out probably about as well as I could have expected, because it's not sweeping me, and it's going to die in one more turn to Poison, or if he Flare Blitzes anything that I switch into. I believe I stay in and go for Spikes, because I figured if he's going to take me out, I can at least get a last layer of Spikes, and if he does Defog, he can get these Toxic Spikes away, which would be nice, because I also don't even have Natural Cure on Starmie. I think that might have been a mistake, honestly. I feel like it was supposed to have it, but it didn't, so that is my fault. But either or, I go ahead and send in Victini, because I need to start trying to at least get kills to whittle down differential and give myself a chance at possibly winning. I go for the V-Create. He has an Aqua Berry, but it's not going to matter because I'm Choice Banded. I assume that he knows that I'm Choice Banded now, because I assume he wouldn't have stayed in to take a V-Create otherwise. But yeah, I just needed to kill something, and so Scissor goes down. So we do get a kill. We're not getting 6-0'd. Very nice. He's going to send in Tapu Koko, which is, you know, scary, but I do have my Tapu Koko switch in, which is Raichu. Unfortunately, I didn't really take Toxic Spikes into consideration when I was team building, but he's going to U-turn anyway. So without Toxic Spikes, I mean, it would have been much nicer for Raichu to come in. The U-turn still does a lot of damage. I actually don't know what type of Tapu Koko that was. You have to go check out his video for that. But yeah, we got Decidueye again, and don't have much for that. I think. Oh, I stay into Volt Switch out because I really didn't know what he was going to do. Or do I Wish? No, I Volt Switch because I'm poisoned, so I probably could have Wish Protected there, but I thought he might switch out, and I just wanted to get some sort of clean switch in. Also, he went first, so I'm pretty sure I know now that he's Scarfed. Even though I don't have any speed investment, I'm pretty sure even max speed, like, I don't even think that would take it out. But he's going to go ahead and sack off his Charizard X. He's not going to get a chance to Dragon Dance again, so... and I go for Knockoff. Knockoff is, like, the best neutral move that, I mean, it does a lot to Slyroh and Decidueye. And, yeah. And it does, like, enough to, like, Nidoking and Tapu Koko for them to, like, not really want to take it. I guess Tapu Koko would be, like, the best thing. But he's going to go ahead and get the clean switch into Slyroh. Obviously, one knockoff isn't going to do much. And he could go for like a water move, which would be sad. And I think he might. No, he actually goes for Shadow Ball, predicting the Starmie switch in. He also gets a critical hit, which is sad. So now I have to decide what I want to do. I do have Recover, but Shadow Ball will just kill me. So I think I'd just go for Grass Knot or something. And there's the Decidueye switch in, which I didn't even have Ice Beam for anyway. So I do go for the Grass Knot, and my Life Orb takes me out. I thought I could at least get nice damage on Slyroh, so that way I could potentially take it out at some point. But now this Decidueye is in. It is not locked into a move yet, but I am Scarf Mimoswine, so we speed tie if anything, pretty sure. I'm going to go ahead for the knockoff again, just because Nidoking I think dies to 2 knockoffs, and Tapu Koko is probably like the only thing that can, but he probably doesn't want to get his item knocked off if he's not a Z move. I do knock off the Rocky Helmet. We see that another knockoff isn't quite going to kill Slyroh, so I have some decisions to make, and I'm pretty sure the decision I make is to let Raichu die. Yeah, because Raichu isn't going to be switching into Tapu Koko anymore. Just because of poison and like low health and stuff. I think now I'd try to go for a Wish. My plan, I think, is to try and Wish pass into either Mamoswine or Victini, so that way I have more health to try and do stuff. But the problem with that is he has Nidoking, which I like Earth Power. I think kills anything I try to switch in. So if he didn't switch into Nidoking right here, then I would have been able to Wish pass off into something. So I just have to let Raichu die because I don't want anything else taking an Earth Power, which means my Wish is wasted, but that's okay. And then right here, I kind of just have to go for broke. The roll to... oh, wait, first off, I get up a second layer of spikes. So, because my plan here, and this is about the only way I can possibly get more kills and stuff like that, is Mamoswine going for knockoff. With 2 layers of spikes, I should be able to a KO a Slyroh switch-in. Obviously, you can just sack something off and then send Slyroh in as like a whatever, but I didn't really have many options at this point, so I just wanted the second layer, that way I could kill Slyroh and then he just wouldn't have anything to switch in. That was the plan anyway. Plus, at this point, there wasn't really much else to lose, so he's going to take out the Klefki. So I am going to send in the Mamoswine and go for the knockoff. The roll for the Nidoking, it is like 42 to like 51%. So it's a roll in his favor to live, but if I take out the Nidoking, then everything is all good. So I go for the knockoff. Unfortunately, he does live, which is very sad. If that did kill, he probably would have sent in Slyroh, but I might have been able to sneak in one more kill. But either or, he is going to kill the Mamoswine. But now I go into the Victini, and now there's, well, Mind Games, I guess. He's got to switch in something if he wants to try and preserve differential, which I guess he didn't. But since I'm Choice Banded, I literally can't ban myself into Bolt Strike, because then I can't kill Nidoking. So even if I predicted the Slyroh switch in, I guess that's what he was banking on, that I would predict Slyroh switch in, go for Bolt Strike, but because I'm banded, I can't afford that, so I just went for Recreate. And he's going to go into his Scarfed Decidueye just to go ahead and take me out with Spirit Shackle. He does, and that is the end of the game. We lose 3-0, which is probably the best that I could have asked for. Like I said, I basically lost at team matchup with Mega Charizard X. It was mostly just Mega Charizard X, but Nidoking as well. The offensive power of that, combined with the fact that I don't have... My things that are faster than Mega Charizard X are Scyther, Raichu, and Starmie. And Starmie is the closest one that has any sort of offensive threat against Charizard. And that's why I had it but everything else just gets outsped by Charizard X at +1, like after a Dragon Dance. Everything gets outsped, so the plan was to try and attack it while it was before Dragon Dance, but I didn't really get the chance just because of the other way, like that I brought the team. I didn't have a lot to deal with that, with the combination of Nidoking and Mega Charizard X, and things like Decidueye and Tapu Koko also just really didn't help me at all when it came to team building. So yeah, that's all it really came down to, was I lost to Charizard X, and team building from that aspect just kind of sucked. So hopefully the matchups that we have the rest of the season are a little bit more favorable, but at this point we have lost 4 games, meaning that I'm pretty sure we have just about no shot to win D2, but whatever, we're going to give it our best and see if we can't end. I guess the best case scenario would be to end, what, 7-4? Is that the best I could do now? Something like that. So we're going to see if we can do that, and that'll be nice. So sorry that this upload was late, and we will try and write ourselves back. Next week, I don't know who we're taking on because I did not look. I do apologize, but stay tuned for that whenever that does come up. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts on the battle, and I'll see you next time. Until then, guys, stay sly.